everybody. Good morning. We got a good show for you this morning. We got all kinds of stuff going on. We got reports coming from Washington. We got reports coming from the Channel Islands. We got reports coming from all over the place. We got our good buddy Darren calling in a little bit later, talking about his great trip over camping at Catalina. So, gang, kick back, relax, get a cup of coffee. You're going to have a good time this morning because there's lots of information being shared. First of all, gang, I don't know if you guys saw what happened out at San Nicolas Island here at the beginning of the week. You know, they had a little bit of weather over there over the weekend, and then Monday, Tuesday, my goodness, the white sea bass bit like unbelievable. The sport boats had hundreds of white sea bass, limits on a bunch of different sport boats over there. It was pretty spectacular fishing. Down at the Coronado Islands, phenomenal yellowtail fishing. Captain Al's down there today. It's just a matter of time down there. It's kind of a time of day when you find the current, you find the right things that are happening. He's on the prowl down there looking around. Captain Al is taking phone calls, talking to all his friends, trying to figure out where to go and what to do. So hopefully he joins us a little bit later on in the show when he's done taking phone calls. And there's all kinds of Justin's over at Catalina today on the big Viking he's driving. Maybe he'll call in today. We got Sean Tobridge up in Washington catching salmon and albacore. Hopefully he calls in today. I think he needs me to call him. So we'll check that out and see what's going on. And I don't know what Captain Al's doing. Maybe let's see here. I'm just got all kinds of stuff going on. Lots of notes. There's really good calico bass fishing up and down the coast, fly line. I don't know if you looked at our game plans for this week, but it's pretty dang good fishing. I don't know why the fish are in the spawn mode still, but they are, and it's good calico bass fishing up and down the coast. You find anywhere there's a little trickle of downhill current, and it's pretty fun fishing. And then over at the islands, Justin had calico bass. He had a couple of nice little yellows. And then off the island, he had good bluefin fishing. And this is something that's different that we haven't seen in our area in the last few years, is that smaller grade bluefin, that 25 to 30 pound. No, we had fish all the way down. What are you talking about, Dave? We had fish all the way down to 10 pounds. That's fish we haven't seen. What does that mean? Well, that means that bluefin is spawning in our area and the babies are being born here. That bodes very, very well. And then Daniel Rubin, he's out fishing right now, catching tuna. Hopefully he can call in a little bit later and let us know what's going on with him. He's down there fishing. So it's ReelQuick Saturday. We can't do this show without our great sponsors, and ReelQuick is a huge part of our show and a huge part of our family. And if you saw me up in Alaska, you saw me fishing with the ReelQuick product up there. It is an unbelievable reel seat. I believe everybody needs to have it. We'll show you a little bit about that a little bit later on in the show. We just got so much going on this morning. I hope you guys are ready for just some phenomenal information and great things that are going on out in the water. I'm seeing if I can get a hold of my buddy Sean Tobridge right now. He said give him a call a little bit after the hour. They're in a wide open bite. Let's see what we got here from Sean. Hang in there, folks. This is live. We'll see if he answers. He should be coming in. Hopefully he jumps on here with us. Or he's probably in a wide open bite. He can't jump on the phone right now. We shall see. It'll all be revealed. He'll probably call right back.
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay. Well, stand by. We'll see what's happening with Sean out there. But you guys have any questions today for what's going on? Or if any of you have been out fishing and you got some stuff you want to talk about, go ahead and feel free to call into the show. Give me a call at SA Registry. Whatever SA, what's SA Registry? people. Funny. SA registry. I don't know what that is, but thank you for putting us on there, whatever that means. Hopefully it's good. If it's not, then it's bad. Whatever it is, it's good. I don't care. But we got all kinds of people following us and jumping on and watching what we're doing and checking things out. And you know what? Why don't we see if our good buddy Darren, go ahead and call in, Darren, and let us know what you did over at Catalina this week. And Lisa, you're watching this morning. You want to call in and talk about how much fun you guys had at Catalina? That would be awesome. And any of you that have been out fishing, feel free to call in at 949-374-0786. And I'll show you what Sean Tobridge sent me. This is what they're doing right now. He said they're going to swing outside and catch some albies, or they already caught some albies. Here's Darren. Good morning, Darren.
Hey, good morning, Dave. Good morning, all you members out there.
How are you, buddy?
I am good, except that I had to, start teaching again. Summer's over. Boo-hoo.
Yeah, crazy. That was quick, huh?
Yeah, it was.
What? I got a question for you. Why are we back to school in the beginning of August? What happened? When did that start happening?
It's several years. I don't know. We have less summertime now, and we have more days off during the year is basically what happened.
Now, doesn't it cost more to cool those classrooms down in the middle of August?
Yeah, it does, but I teach PE, so I'm out in the 100-degree weather with the kids the first couple weeks of school. That's not real fun either.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it when you hear the school systems telling everybody how much money they don't have, and then school starts in August. It's just hard to wrap your head around. But then again, we're living in an upside down world anymore anyway. But hey, tell us about how your whole thing came together, because it's a great story, and I think everybody needs to understand how you roll with the changes.
Okay. Last year, we went with some neighbor friends of ours to White's Landing in Catalina. It's good camping. It's nice, like hotel beds and solid tents. $200 to $300 a night. It's a really cool place to camp. There's no roads. You bring your own food and drink. So it's very secluded. It's cool. So I've done that with my family group last year. We set it up again this year. And then I also invited some Your Saltwater Guide people. So luckily, Lisa and her husband Tom came out for one night. Justin and his kids came out for one night. But it's definitely something we need to do with a whole bunch of Your Saltwater group next year.
And what part of Catalina is that on?
Okay, so White's Landing is a cove that's only about 15 minutes from Avalon. It's right on the front side. It's close. Near Hen Rock. There's very little waves. It's super calm. Unfortunately, we didn't have our boat, so here's where the issues start. Sunday morning, I dropped my boat in Dana Wharf, and hydraulic leak, no steering. Luckily, it was at the ramp. We weren't in the middle of the ocean. We weren't all the way to Catalina. So we just put it on the trailer and took the ferry over, which 3 of my other family members were going on anyway. So we just joined them. So it really turned into a 4-day camping instead of a 4-day fishing and camping trip.
Yeah.
But it worked out. We didn't have the boat, so we weren't able to go out and fish, but I'll find a way to fish, man. So we fished off the pier, we fished off the beach, we snorkeled, we kayaked. We made it work.
Yeah, you did. Everybody said they had a really good time hanging out with you and the family, but I'm trying to get your picture up here while we're talking. You caught a beautiful, I don't know if you caught it or one of the kids caught it or somebody, but what a beautiful leopard shark. My goodness.
Yeah. So we caught a bunch of small calicos and wrasse from the pier. Um, and then we tried for some leopard sharks on the beach, but they didn't want the squid. They didn't want any lures or anything. So the final day, we took the kayak out. We caught a couple whitefish, a couple small halibut, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm keeping these whitefish. We took the whitefish in the shore. I cut the head off of one, and I cast it in because there's leopard sharks all over the shallows in the evenings. My first cast with the whitefish head took about 20 seconds, and then I hooked up to that 6-foot leopard, and me and my dad fought it, for a good 10 minutes, and man, we ended up having about 20, 25 people gathered around as we finally were able to pull it up to the beach, and we were good. It was our last day there. So leopard sharks taste good, but like I said, it was our last day there, so we ended up letting it go. But we got some good pictures and good videos.
Oh yeah, it's a great picture. I'm just having a hard time loading it, so they'll have to look at it on our website. You posted it over at Your Saltwater Guide, so yeah.
Yes.
What a great way to make lemonade out of lemons, because it could have been a disaster, but you got lucky that the Catalina Express wasn't full on a Sunday morning. That's incredible.
Yeah, we got lucky. We ran over there right away, and like I said, my mom and 2 other kids had tickets already for the afternoon trip, and we were able to get on, and it all worked out.
That sounds pretty exciting, though, the way that you guys describe what's going on over there at White's Cove, the whole camping thing. It's really glamping, right?
Yeah, it's permanent tents with, like basically hotel beds. But the only thing is, actually, the worst thing is you have to take a water taxi from Avalon to there, and it's $50 a person one way, but it's the only way there. That kind of killed us on price, because if we had our boat, we wouldn't have to pay for that. But the coolest thing that we did there, when we were snorkeling and we were with Lisa and Tom and Justin and his kids, Tom found next to the big rock at White's Landing, there's a dive-through that goes like 12 feet deep, a cave that you can swim all the way through, and Tom showed us that. So that was really cool.
Oh, yeah. That sounds pretty exciting. And then the fishing was pretty dang good off the pier, catching whitefish. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's all right there. Here's another thing. There was obviously a bunch of kids that would come out to the pier. Tom did it first, and I did it second. We hook and handed. We handed some rods with fish on it to some little kids, and they were catching their first fish.
Oh, how wonderful is that? Cool.
Yeah, we had fun. We definitely need a big group to go next year.
Well, it sounds like a bunch of people are going. John Stanley says he's in. Lisa and Tom are in. Justin and the family are in. So it sounds like you're going to have a good time. Kelly and I might have to come up there and check this whole thing out.
For sure.
She's super into camping.
And we just need to make sure Matt Ryan's not working.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We're coming up to the Olympics. I'm sure they're going to have him working his butt off. That's crazy. Well, thank you for letting everybody know how much fun you guys had over at the island, and then hooking and handing for those children on the pier. That had to be one of the highlights, right?
It was really cool. Some of these kids are like 2 years old. Like they and the smallest kid was like, "We want to eat it. We want to eat it." I was like, "Well, that one we can't eat. It's a 6-inch calico. We're gonna have to let him go, but maybe next time."
Nice. How fun.
Oh, hey, one last thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
I put it on the website for the community. I am heading to Salem, Oregon tomorrow to drop off my daughter in college.
Oh, boy.
I know.
There's going to be some tears there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I have 2 mornings there, Tuesday and Wednesday. If anyone knows anything about like river or lake fishing near Salem, Oregon, put it on the community and let me know.
You got it, buddy. Sounds good. We'll get on there and in post too, and see if we can't find somebody to help you. Sounds like that'd
Yeah,
kind
and
of
I'll
help
definitely
your head out after you drop off Danny, huh?
I know. But
Whew.
then, I'll be up there another week to watch her in soccer season in the fall, and then, I'll go back in the spring for another week to watch her play lacrosse. So I will have other times I'll be up there also.
All right, buddy. Well, you'll find some friends, I'm sure, and you'll get to go fishing and have fun.
You bet. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you for always calling in on the Saturday morning shows. We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
You got it. Bye, guys.
Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, gang. Well, there you go. He made lemonade out of lemons. Started out, the boat wasn't working, but everything lined up. It sounds like the higher power wanted him and his family to be at Catalina together for that beautiful weekend of fishing before he had to go back to school. The thing I'm really having a hard time wrapping my head around is why we're back at school in the beginning of August. Man, that is just really, really hard for me to understand. It takes away a lot of kids from the greatest time of summer. That's it. Now it's warm. Things are happening. It looks really good out there. Don't make sense to me. Kind of weird that they start school so early now. I don't get that. Sean.
Hey, good morning, Dave. How you doing?
We are doing phenomenal. I got some great pictures I can show while you're talking. I got the tour that you have on YouTube of your boat. I'm going to play while you're talking. So what are you doing?
Well, today, Dave, we're fishing just outside the Columbia River along the Washington coast. We've had some spectacular king salmon and silver salmon fishing this morning. Our customers have got their full limits this morning, so we are heading back in to fish for the great white sturgeon inside the Columbia River.
Oh, we got to get some video of that so we can show everybody next week on the show. That's a dinosaur fish, right?
That's a dinosaur fish. They come into the river every year for about 4 months, feeding on the anchovies that come into the river. They follow the anchovy run, and they feed for about 4 months, and about 90% of them head back to the ocean. But we do have 10% residential fish that stay in the big, deep holes that we know, so we can catch them year-round. But best time for sure is right now.
So you anchor up on that stuff, or how do you fish that? I've never fished for sturgeon.
Yeah, we anchor up and we fish with anchovies right along the bottom there. Kind of a special way of doing it. We use a sliding 10-ounce weight with a 10-0 octopus hook, fresh macron tied right to it. And you thread the anchovy on there and put some half hitches in it so it's facing with the current. The sturgeon are bottom feeders, so as they're coming into the river feeding on the anchovies that are along the bottom, you just happen to get in their way.
Oh, wow. And what are these average fish? How big are these things?
I'm going to say average fish this time of the year, Dave, goes anywhere from about 5 to 8 foot. And we do get some 10-footer.
Oh, my God. 5 to 8. I thought you were going to say 5 to 10 pounds. 5 to 8 foot?
5 to 8 foot. Yeah, they're ranging anywhere from 80 to 250 pounds.
That is absolutely insane. That is so, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what that must be like pulling up one of those dinosaurs. And then it's all catch and release, right now?
Yeah, it's catch and release all the time in the Columbia River. They have a slot limit sometimes between this size and that size. We have not seen that in 3 years we've been here yet, but I'm told some years they do that. So we'll just have to see what they come up with this year. But right now, it's all hook and release. It's just sport fishing, Dave. We fish them on 40 pound. We have epic half an hour to hour battles with them. It's just really a lot of fun. They jump out of the water. It's a great fun sport fishing thing to do.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't want to kill one anyway. I couldn't even imagine wanting to kill one of those giant dinosaurs. They've been here way longer than we have, but what an absolute phenomenal fishery you have up there. You got your albacore. I'm showing some pictures of your trip last week of the albies laying all over the deck. You got your king salmon. And then if you get bored, you get to go catch 8-foot long sturgeon. Come on.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal fishery here. You know, it really is, Dave. So those of you that want to get 6 guys together and do a luxury charter, that's what we are, is a luxury charter boat. We have it all up here. You know, in the spring we have our rockfish ling caught up to 50 pounds, and our average halibut's 25 to 50 pounds. So we have it all. I mean, it's just a wonderful fishery.
Yeah, it's so fun always to talk to you and get back into the albacore thing that we've been missing out on down here. I've had quite a few inquiries about you, so that's why I'm putting up all your pictures and all the cool stuff that you got going on up there in Washington. Just, I know you're busy. Just give everybody a rundown on what it's like if we're going to come up there and go fishing with you, as far as traveling, where to stay, and how you handle all that.
Yeah, well, we got 6 passenger charters. We're limited to 6 people, and most people fly into Portland. We have a shuttle bus that picks you up and delivers you to the boat in Ilwaco. Most groups come the night before. We've got real nice hotels right there on the promenade, on the boardwalk, which are about a 100-foot walk to the boat. We're right there in the front row. And then we take you fishing, and the folks fly back out the next day, or they can stay longer if they want to stay in a beautiful area to visit. Beautiful landscaping. There's no traffic up here. You got evergreens everywhere. We've got deer in town, bears in town. I mean, it's just a beautiful getaway for those that are down there in the concrete year-round.
Oh, yeah, it sounds incredible. We got to put together a group and come up there, Your Saltwater Guide, and come up there and fish with you. What's going on? Are the albies still biting?
Albies are still biting full speed. We got a trip yesterday. Yesterday morning, we had 3 passengers catch 60 albacore, and they called it quits at 60. We brought them back a half a day early and processed all their fish and got them going and on our way. And we're salmon fishing here for the next 3 days, 3 more days on top of this. So, you know, even though the albacore are right out there, if you want to come and catch salmon at prime time, we're available. Either one, whatever you want to do.
That is absolutely amazing that you got all that fish right there. And so you got availability coming up? Is there places these guys can go? Are you booked up solid? What's going on with your operation?
Well, we've got a little bit of openings towards the end of August right now. A couple days available in September. And we fish all the way through Halloween up here. And we have, I think, about 10 days open in October. October is the best for the albacore. That's when we get all the bigger fish. So we'll see what this year brings. But last year we had a lot of that 30 to 40 pound albacore. Right now we're in the 18 to 25 pound class. So they're nice big slugs right now. So we'll fish all the way through. We've got availability. Give us a call. Area code 310-357-3669. Or simply just look up legendssportfishing.com, and the phone number's on there. It tells all about the, you know, everything's included on these trips. Like I said, Dave, it's luxury. You just show up with your backpack and an extra set of chonies, and you're good to go.
Oh, it sounds incredible, Sean. And I'm going to give everybody a tour of the boat from your YouTube video that you have there. And then we will talk to you next week. I want to see some pictures of these monsters you're going fishing for right now.
You got it. We'll send you a few pictures. You got it, Dave.
Thank you for being a part of the show every week. I appreciate you, Sean. Thank you very much. And I think everybody else does too.
Have a great day, gang.
See you later, Sean. All right, gang.
Bye.
I'm going to show you guys this cool video of Sean's boat so you can see what it's all about. And you guys, I would definitely suggest getting up there sooner than later. Everybody's always, I'm going to try it next year. I'm going to try it next year. Now's the best time to go when you can go. So you just got to go. Take. Whoops, what do we got going on here? There you go. If that doesn't get you fired up, want to get you going on that boat, I don't know. You're probably not into fishing. That is a pretty spectacular 6-pack charter boat, gang. You don't see those very often like that. So get up there and go fishing with Sean on the Legends. He gave you his phone number and everything. You can check out his website, Legends with a Z Sport Fishing. And we can't do this show without our good buddy Daniel Rubin over at ReelQuick Fishing Products. I want you to see what ReelQuick Fishing is all about. Check out this video we made at the PCS show last year. This will give you an idea of what this product is all about. The Reel Seat is second to none. It's revolutionizing fishing.
All right, gang, your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen. We're down here at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, and I'm with Daniel Rubin, the creator of the ReelQuick Reel Seat System. This is an amazing, amazing product.
You guys, check this out. ReelQuick Fishing is a dovetail connection. It is in the unlocked position for simplicity here. Comes right off the rod with a dovetail connection. No more screws, no more clamps on the back. Goes on the rod just like that, and we can lock this in place. Turn of a pin. This is strong. This is not coming off of this rod. ReelQuickFishing.com. Dave, you want to add anything to this?
The really cool part about this is the simplicity of it. I fish hard all the time. I hold my rod the proper way. I know a lot of you don't. A lot of you have your hand back here. You always want to have your hand in front of the reel. That's the way that the whole design was made to do, is do it the right way. Normally, when you grab it the right way, you're dealing with the ferrule screws right here. And when you're grabbing it and undoing it, that screws keep coming undone. There's none of that happening anymore. It's a very easy system to use the right way. I was blown away when I saw this. I thought it would add a lot of weight to the rod. Actually, it takes away a lot of the weight.
Absolute incredible product. You got to check it out. Go to ReelQuick. I'll leave the QR code up here on the screen. You can go to ReelQuick.com and check it all out. Go over there and follow along. Look at the QR code. That'll take you right over there. And you can see all the products that all the reels that Daniel can put this product on and make your fishing that much better. Those ferrule screws have always been a problem. I don't know, since I've been a kid, constantly tightening those things up when you're battling a fish, they keep coming undone. And the other really strange thing about, if you look at the reel seats today, all reels don't fit on this rod. They don't fit in those reel seats proper. There's a little bit of jiggle, a little bit of shake. They don't all line up perfect. Well, ReelQuick takes all that away too. You put that seat on your existing reel, and then you simply put it on the rod. All the jiggle, all the shake, all the non-contact with the reel seat, that's gone. You'll never have that problem again. It's an amazing, amazing product. I want you to check it out. Go over to ReelQuickFishing.com and check it out. You won't be disappointed, gang. I promise you that. It's going to change the way you approach this fishing thing for sure, because of the way that reel seat works and the quick switching out of reels. It usually takes a few minutes to switch your reel out. You don't have that problem anymore with the ReelQuick system. It just instantaneously switches it out. Daniel's usually on the show with me on Saturdays, explaining it to you and showing you why I'm talking. He's changing reels out really, really quickly when he's doing that. Here's a fish they just caught on their trip they're on right now. That's the ReelQuick system right there on that rod. If you zoom in on it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can zoom in. There you go. Look at no ferrule screws. That reel just sets perfect on that, and it's great for a rail rod. Oh my gosh. The captains and the owners of the sport boats are going to be so happy you're using that instead of marring up their rails with the old style reel seats with the ferrule screws and the threads on the ferrule screws. That just grinds down your rails on your sport boats. Those mahogany rails don't stand a chance up against those. So it's a phenomenal product. Got to check it out. Go to ReelQuickFishing.com. The QR code's up there on the screen, and Daniel's phone number's on there. He will answer all your calls. He'll talk to you about all the products. And then back to what Sean Tobridge was talking about, gang. Oh my gosh, what a awesome fishery. What a great deal he did going up there to Washington and putting this together for us so we can go up there, catch albacore. Most of you guys got into fishing in the last 15 years. You've never had the opportunity to catch an albacore. Albacore are the easiest tuna of all the tuna to catch. It's absolutely amazing how dumb they are. You're going to go, those of us that have fished yellowfin and bluefin for the last 15 years, we know it's not easy to get a bite. Albacore will eat a dead bait on the side of the boat all day, every day. They'll eat a bait with a sinker on it all day, every day. And like he said, 3 guys yesterday, 60 tuna. Up there, there's no limit. You can have as many as you want. It's an amazing fish because there's so many of them. And then as far as edibility, oh my God, there's nothing better to eat than a nice albacore that's been taken care of. He's got the RSW on that boat, as you saw in that video I just showed you. So your fish is going to be the best fish product you could possibly imagine. He has the vacuum sealers. They process your fish, vacuum seal it, and it flies home with you. And it's ready to eat super white meat tuna. chicken of the sea, you know, the white meat tuna you get in the can, that's albacore, but you don't know where that fish has come from. But the ones you're going to catch with Sean Towbridge up there, that you know where those came from. And if, let's just say you have a group of 5 or, you know, a lot of his groups are 3 or 4 people. You got a group of 6 people. You go up there, do a 2-day trip or a 3-day trip, fish albacore one day, fish salmon one day, and fish that dinosaur fish, those sturgeon one day. Are you kidding me? And if you go to his website, you can see the pictures of the sturgeon. I didn't know he was going sturgeon fishing today, or I would have put those pictures up. But I knew he was king salmon fishing, and that was this morning. He sent that picture to us right before he went live. That would be cool to get a handful of those to take home with your albacore. Oh, talk about some good eating, gang. I don't know any other company right now that's offering a chance to catch a sturgeon, an albacore, and a salmon. That's pretty spectacular. You got to get up there and check it out. And that boat is unbelievably beautiful, 6-pack charter boat. You're not going to find a boat like that. And you know what got me going was that bait tank. That bait tank, unbelievable. Unbelievably, how cool is that? How cool is that? Pretty spectacular. So, gang, if there's any of you that caught any fish or fish this week and you want to call in and talk about it, let me know. Just give me a call, 949-374-0786. We'll put you up on the show right away. We got Captain Al Clowers down at the down at the Coronado Islands, looking for some fish down there. He's trying to find some fish down there. I'm going to try to call him up and see what's going on because I don't see him on the screen. I just see a black screen. So let's see if we can get Al to answer us here. That's the fun of a live fishing show and a live podcast. Everything's live. There's no editing. There's nothing. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If we say something wrong, it's wrong. There he is. There.
What's up?
What's going on?
Not much.
The Whoppers.
No bites.
How's that weather down at the Coronados, Al?
It's pretty flat. Little bump, no wind, overcast, 68
Nice.
degree water. No biters yet. Nobody's getting
Well,
it.
we got a pretty big audience. Can you tell everybody what you're doing?
Yeah, we're down here at the islands right now searching for some yellowtail. Slow trolling. Looking around. Pretty much been through the whole chain. I'm down here at SKR right now. The whole fleet is down at the tip of SKR and nobody's bit. So we're kind of going off on our own right here, looking for a needle in the haystack right now. Seems like they're just sleeping.
Well, you've been fishing the back bay too. That was kind of fun to watch yesterday. Let everybody know what's going on down there.
Oh yeah, the bay has epic tides. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, and Monday. 4 and 5 foot incoming tide swings in the morning. The sand bass bite is off the hook, and so is everything else. It's biting.
And you and I put together a pretty cool thing. If somebody wants to get involved, they can buy a raffle ticket and have an opportunity to fish with you and I on the 14th, this coming Thursday, right?
Yeah, absolutely. $100 for a raffle ticket, and if you win, you go fishing for $100 with me and Big Dave.
Yeah, we're gonna go catch sand bass. One of my favorite, calico bass and sand bass. I'd rather fish for those than anything, and they're biting right now.
Yeah, you gotta have the right tide. You put the right tide together, and they bite.
Yeah, we're looking forward to fishing with you. I can't wait to learn more about that back bay. It's going to be fun. And we already sold 5 of these raffle tickets. We only have 5 more available, gang. If you want to join Captain Al and I on Thursday, we've Tim Ogilvy, John Stanley, Tina Stanley, Glenn Woodrum, and Brett Rodriguez are the 5 people that have bought raffle tickets. So if we sell 5 more, it's a definite go. We're probably going anyway. 5's enough, but I'd rather sell 10 If I can get 10 people to buy a raffle ticket, it would make Captain Al's day.
Oh, yeah. We need to sell 10. Shouldn't be hard to do.
$100 to go fishing with Captain Al Clowers? Come on.
Right? It's going to be a comedy show. Plus, you're going to catch some fish.
And we'll probably go live, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll make you famous, and you'll get to fish with Captain Al Clowers. How bitchin' is that? And I'll be there just hanging out. I don't know what I'm doing in the back bay, but I'll be there. All right, Captain Al. Well, we'll watch you in the background here. I just wanted to bring you on the show while we got this big audience and let them all know what you're doing. You're fishing.
Yeah, right now it's a fishing trip.
Hopefully it turns into a catch.
Every day is different down here. It's been really consistent, so it's due for an off day. Right now it's an off morning. Nobody's really getting bit.
Time of day, baby. It's been a full moon. It's going to be an afternoon bite.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll be with you. We'll go live with you right after the podcast. So thanks, Captain Al, and we'll see you in about 20 minutes, buddy. Unless you catch a fish, then we'll jump back in here with you.
Well, that's going to happen. Hopefully.
It will. Hopefully live on the show. Okay, gang. Captain Al Clowers' QR code's up on the screen. Grab a hold of that. You can get a hold of Captain Al. Give him a call. He'll answer your calls after he's done fishing today. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. I'll see you in a bit.
All right, gang. So none of you have been out fishing this week, obviously. No one's called and told us anything about it. But I can read some reports off of our website and let you know what's been going on. Our website's pretty cool. We got a great community over there. We got over 4,000 members over there that are fully active and constantly leaving really cool reports and letting us know what they're doing out on the water and how much fun they're having when they're out fishing. We got let's see, we're just sliding through here. Okay, John Rowe. Hey guys, we finally got to go fishing and hit Catalina Island. We found some great fishing at the east end. Unfortunately, we also found a big bull sea lion who followed us around. He ate every calico we had to throw back. But after we got away from him, we found some nice bonita that made an awesome pokey. Also found some smaller size bonita just west of the jet ski dock, trolling small crocodiles and some small Christmas tree jet feathers. That's the kind of report you get over on the website. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, we got the bait report from Robert Graper. Then we got, let's see, we got one of our new members, Brett Thomas. He's fishing the Channel Islands, Santa Cruz, with the occasional run to Santa Rosa Island. Interested in meeting new members? Let them know. Give them a shout out. Thank you, guys. There's 10 people have contacted him already. That's pretty cool. That's the unique thing about our website, gang. No negativity, just people helping people fish. Here's one of my buddies, Chuck Gentili. He's been fishing the Thumbs Oil Islands in Long Beach. They've been producing good at sunset bite the last few nights, about an hour to an hour and a half after sunset, with the good outgoing tide, good mix of sand bass and calicos. If you get it at the right time, it's almost every cast, primarily throwing plastics. And Captain Al put a report up. Sand bass bite was good. First thing, decent tide. Fish were caught on 4-inch swim baits, white chartreuse tails, and good old Berkeley gulp. Always fun with the grandkids. And then he's got his grandkids all holding up big old grumpy sand bass they took home and had made for dinner. They wanted to eat them suckers. These are just this week. This is just this week. Here we go. August 8th, wide open calico bass on live squid at Eagle Rock at Catalina. Lots of smalls, but some legos. Beautiful weather after the wind died down. And then he gives all the numbers and exactly where he was anchored and how it all worked. That's what you get at our website, Your Saltwater Guide. This is our community section. And then Robert Graper, every week, he's giving the bait reports, telling you what's going on with the bait. And remember, gang, I was telling you guys this week, beginning of the week, when you guys were all screaming and telling them to close the fishery, the bait's all gone, and there's no bait. All of a sudden, the bait barges have bait down in San Diego again. All of a sudden, lo and behold, the bait that you guys were all screaming was extinct. They got bait again. I told you it's demand. The demand was super high, and it takes a while to catch back up. These guys fish hard all night, every night for bait. So you have no idea when you guys get on there and start screaming that all the bait's gone and nobody's catching any bait and it's the end of the world. You got to remember, the environmentalists, the ones that are trying to close fishing in California, they're watching and they're listening to you. And they're grabbing that info that you guys are spewing out of your mouths with no idea what you're talking about, but you act like you do, and you post a bunch of garbage on there, and then they grab that garbage and then they use it against us to close down our fisheries. They want our live bait fishery more than you guys can imagine. So when you give them fuel like that, it's pretty sad that you're allowing them to close fishing. That is, I don't understand it. I don't know why powers to be that are supposed to be helping us keep fishing alive are posting on their social media that all the bait's gone. The bait's not all gone, gang. All you got to do is go out on a boat and look around. There's lots of bait. Bait's everywhere. When you have 900 boats leaving the harbor at the same time, all getting bait, it's going to have an effect on the bait. They have to go out and catch it. So they're doing their best to keep up with it. There's no better bait company on the planet than the Abraham Brothers Bait Company, San Pedro Bait Company, Oceanside Bait Company, Long Beach Bait Company. These guys are professionals. They fish hard. They know what they're doing. They're out every single night. San Diego's a totally different animal. You got 35, 40 sport boats running every single day. Plus you got another 100 to 200 private boaters going out every single day. You have to understand that the amount of bait that they're burning through on a daily basis is unimaginable to most people. And then for you to be that misinformed, and then to get on here and get on social media and say all the bait's gone on the planet, you're not helping us at all. Those of us that are trying to keep fishing open, I spend a phenomenal amount of my time trying to educate everybody and keeping fishing open so we can go fishing with our kids and our grandkids. And then when I see these posts, I just want to rip my hair out. I'm just blown away that you're allowing this misinformation to get out there and acting like you know what you're doing. And you don't understand that the environmentalists that want to close fishing are using that information. So be very, very careful from today forward on what you post. My members, Your Saltwater Guide, our gang, if you want to call it, we jump on everything. So when you guys post something like that, we're all over it. We're going to get over there and try to shut you down. Jason Cutter, good morning, buddy. You got something you want to tell everybody how cool you are?
Well, I'm not that cool. I mean, ask my kids and they will tell you how uncool I am. But, I was just listening about a mountain bike ride. I was pretty motivated. I saw Darren's big leopard shark, so I went last night, and because I'm an idiot, I got to the beach and realized I forgot my shark reel, which is a kind of important part of catching a shark. So I just casted a Lucky Craft around on a lighter line and called it a night. But no, I mean, lately I've been doing pretty well in the surf, doing okay, But, one thing I've done several times this summer now is there are so many kids at the beach and they're so interested in what you're doing with a fishing pole. I've had the opportunity to hook and hand several fish off to kids, and it's just been a lot of fun doing that. I've always talked about getting kids fishing, and I think that's a fun way to do it. These kids are blown away when you hook and hand as a palm-sized surf perch. Then, several times their parents would come up to me and, hey, thank you so much. I'm like, hey, this is nothing. I mean, I might when you're out there, especially on a crowded beach or something, you might be the only fisherman that those people come across all summer. So, if you do something like that, I think it puts a pretty good taste in people's mouths, and maybe, just maybe, that will help keep fishing open.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. That absolutely. Like Darren was talking about hooking and handing on the pier. You're down at the beach. You're coming in contact with so many children, and when they see a fish get caught at the beach, Jason, they're just blown away that there's fish right there where they're swimming, right?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And sometimes people walk by as I'm casting, and people are like, "There's fish here." I'm like, yeah, it's the ocean. Of course, there's fish here. And
oh my gosh,
it's just about education, and I think trying to do the right thing. And several times, it was last time I was over by Stone Steps, and this dad's like, "Okay, Johnny, leave him alone now." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? This is the best part of my day. It's just hooking and handing fish." Trying to teach him one thing or the other about it, and basically I've just been using sand crabs or gulp sandworm, and that's the other thing. Even just showing kids that where the sand crabs are in the sand, they're like, they can be even blown away by that. It's pretty funny.
No, it's great that you slow it down and you take the time. That's what I talk about all the time when I'm out in public doing live seminars, and I'm telling everybody, slow everything down. Whatever you got on the end of your line, that's the greatest fish in the world to a child. You never have to, it's just another mackerel. No, it ain't. It's the greatest mackerel in the world. And you and Darren and a lot of the members of the website, you get it and you slow it down. You're going to go fishing tomorrow, whether you catch a fish or not on the beach. But if you can stop and let one of those kids reel in your fish or explain to them, that's what it's all about. I'm so happy that you do that.
Yeah, no, it's a good time, and especially this time of year, it's beautiful just being on the beach. Even if you're not catching fish, sometimes it's just like nice to get out of the house. And but yeah, they're biting the sand crab still. If not, I'm using the Gulf sandworm, and it's. I can almost guarantee it's probably like the closest thing to catching a fish is a sand crab. An hour or two at the beach, and you're probably going to catch something.
No, really, exactly. And to show the children that they're right there, that's a bait that you don't have to buy. You don't have to spend a bunch of money. You don't have to. They're right there where your toes are, right?
Yeah. No, man, 80-90% of the fish I've caught this summer been about 10 yards in. Sometimes even closer, and that can make it a challenge sometimes, hook and handing, because the fish are so close. You have a split second sometimes to hand it off. But the kids are funny. Sometimes you hook and hand a kid, and he's been there, done that. He tells you he's catch bigger fish and stuff, and you just have to laugh and ask him what he knows, because kids these days, they know everything. So.
Absolutely. That's what I used to tell everybody when my kids were young. You got to hire them right now. They know everything.
Yeah.
Yes,
but,
sir.
Yeah, I want to get out more, but that's about all I have.
That's a great thing to have. Thank you so much for stopping on your mountain bike and sharing with us. We appreciate that, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy. Have a great day.
Yeah, no problem. I needed the break. Yeah, see you later, Captain.
All right, buddy. Bye. That's Jason. That's one of our members, gang. That's one of our family members. When you guys sign up to our website, you become part of our family. Kelly and I appreciate every single one of you. And John Stanley, I just read what you wrote. So if you could call in for a minute and talk, that would be spectacular. I'd love to ask you some questions about the weird response you got at the meeting. If you have a couple seconds, you could call in, because this is a super important thing. The amount of time and effort we spent trying to keep Sand Bass open, and the people that showed up and the people that didn't, it matters. And especially the people that didn't show up. It shows you their true colors. It shows you what they're in this for. And yeah. So if you had a couple seconds, you know what? I'm gonna call you instead. I want to talk to you. I hope it doesn't piss off anybody at that meeting, but yeah, I think it's kind of important to be involved. I think it's kind of important. Where did you go? I just talked to you. There you are. Okay. I'm putting you on the spot here.
What's up?
Hey, so I don't want to cause any grief at the meeting, but when you talked about that, there was kind of a weird response, huh? Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
There you are. I got you. I was a little behind on the show listening to it. Called in.
Okay. Well, when you were at the meeting everybody talking about the end of the world with the no bait at the bait bars, you got a weird response, huh?
Yeah. Oh, are we live right now?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, be careful. We don't want to piss off too many of those people you have to go see, but they don't understand
I
how
don't care about who I make mad.
they don't understand how powerful their posts are, right?
Right. Well, they weren't there, but of course they're big supporters. You know, we all are, we're whatever, and just they couldn't believe that they're on our side. And I'm like, well, look at this right here. I said, you know, a lot of them didn't know. I said, you know, when you go to these meetings in Sacramento, you think these are like biologists or actual game wardens as well. They're not. They're not at all. They have nothing to do with the outdoors. They don't know any of it, and they're like the HOA people. And they have no clue. And I told them, so how are we going to fight this fight if when they get 2 hours to talk and we get 30 seconds, and all they got to do is bring up this post, a picture, and say, see, your guys agree.
Yeah.
The people that's supposed to be fighting for us. And they just couldn't believe, oh, how dare you say anything about that association. I'm like, well, I'm bringing the evidence to you, man. I'm showing what they did. And then you see the same wordage on another page. Someone just copied and pasted it and thinking that, oh, look, I'm a scientist because look, I'm posting this. Well, that's just garbage somebody else put 3 times already, and now you're doing it too. And it's just ammo. It's so hard to fight them. They don't get it. I didn't get it either until you brought us to the table and we saw it. It's ridiculous. You can't fight them. You get 30 seconds, and doesn't matter what you say, they're not going to acknowledge it. They're not going to respond to it. And like I said, they get the whole meeting to say whatever they want.
Exactly.
And that crap doesn't help. You know, you just think about it. I saw all these people crying on social media. Oh, I had to wait 3 hours to get bait. Well, you were there at 7 o'clock. First of all, Mom, what do you expect? So they're complaining. I was there 3 hours. There must have been 80 boats. Okay, take those 80 boats and take 30, 40 sport boats, and then multiply all those bait tanks. Maybe that's where the bait's going. You think?
Yeah, exactly.
And, Arnie brought up a good point. He said at Everingham, one of the boats was down as well, so that doesn't help.
Right. It's mechanical. It's people. It takes people to go catch the bait. You have to have a crew. If a couple of crew members are sick or something happened and someone's sick, you got to put all these scenarios. But it's not because there's no bait. You got to be careful with your words, right, John?
That's true. You know, we the crew, the gang, whatever you want to call us, Commodore spoke, and they took it down. Thank God. But I mean, once it's up, it's up forever. You know, it can be pulled up. There's nothing you can do, and it just doesn't help. It so doesn't help. And you know, when this comes to the table, we can say, see, look, this is why. I don't want to say that. Would rather just not have to fight that fight, but. Yeah, the biggest thing is, they understood, they got it, but they just couldn't believe I was kind of like, I don't want to say questioning authority, but, pointing out somebody. They got some damage control to do or something, because people are questioning, well, where's this money going? You got podcasts and all these fundraising golf tournaments and stuff and everything. How come no one was there in person fighting this fight? I know Donna was there in person. No one's paying her to go.
Nope.
So yeah.
No, it's.
Oh, a quick little thing. But let me tell you, this is a little off related, but I went fishing last Saturday, and I got to Summit gas station to get ice and stuff. They got some pretty good deals there. There was a lot of boats there about 4 o'clock. Getting gas, and I was standing in line, and of course, I've always got something on that says Your Saltwater Guide.
Oh yeah.
And This old bugger behind me was all grew up on Your Saltwater Guide. You think you're better than us? So I turned around and I said, well, my boat's already filled up, so I'm not fucking around with that nonsense right now. And then his buddy laughs. See, I told you.
Yeah, be careful. There's a lot of haters out there that are super jealous about the gang, huh?
Yeah, that's funny. That's where I like wearing my stuff the most, is where I should.
Yeah, thank you. I love that too.
Yeah, I get more positive than negative. That's for sure. It's, of course, anybody who knows me has to tell me how they know you, though. They're like, oh, yeah, he wants me to call him. Well, then call him.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Yeah, it's crazy. I sat next to a guy on an airplane last year that knew me, but he didn't even know he was sitting next to me.
How funny. Huh.
Yep, but it's sad that what we're up against, John, and like I told you guys when we were all at those meetings, and look around at who's not here. That tells the whole story right there.
Yeah.
Not who's
Yes,
there.
it does.
We know who's there because we're standing there. But then you look around and you go, well, where's this guy and where's that guy? And yeah, that's what I've been saying for years. Where are those guys? They're not there. They're waiting. But they're all going to sit there on the internet and suck their thumb and call us a bunch of names because they didn't show up at the meeting. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, people don't understand how it is to fight that fight. You know, I didn't know what it was like either. And like you said, you were always screaming about it until we went and saw. And it's I don't want to say it's a losing battle, but it ain't easy. It is not easy. That's for sure.
No, but we made them stand up there at that meeting. They were like, there's 50 people in. They're like, how many? There's 50 people in this queue. And me and Elliot were like, oh, they didn't pay the extra money. There should have been 250 people, but they only paid for 50 to be on the Zoom meeting, which is another thing that's illegal.
I remember that face. I remember that face. You know, somebody told me, who was it? I think it was a guy up at Turner's up in Escondido when I was passing out those flyers and stuff for the sand bass. He told me he went to one of the first meetings. I think what was he? Was that the Long Beach Convention Center or something? Anyway, I don't know. But he said a bunch of people in like red shirts showed up and they sat down and they were just voted against what he was there to try and support. And he asked them later on, well, who are you guys with? And they're like, we're just college students. We got lunch and $10 to come here.
Oh yeah, they filled the buses. That was during the MLP thing. They filled buses. Yeah. They filled buses with these children, and they stood in line for our 1 minute to speak. And Kelly and I were there, and they stood in line. There was hundreds of them. They bussed them in from the schools to come in there and disrupt it and make sure that the MPAs got closed. It was pretty sad. And maybe 20 of us showed up, and there was 300 of them.
Yeah, they're not winning that.
No.
So has it always been on that side, leaning that way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, suppose we get a different governor in. You know, I don't know who you've been looking at. I've seen Chad Bianco, the sheriff of Riverside County. He really knows what's up when it comes to this outdoor stuff and exactly what the Fish and Wildlife Service, and he's very aware. And suppose someone like him gets in, and then they appoint. I mean, how long does it take? And with one term, can we get that changed around in there? And if we do get someone in there that thinks right, how fast can things happen? Is this possible?
I think it's very possible. Perfect example. Look at what's going on in Washington right now. Things are happening at such a lightning speed. We've never seen anything like this before. So I would have to say yes, 100%, because we're finding out that we, the people, actually have a voice for the first time in about 40 years.
That'd be nice if we got someone in there, you know, on the Fish and Wildlife that knew what they were doing and could be actually helpful. You know, those guys, they could do some good in there if they really wanted to, but it's just they just want to do what they want to do, and I don't know what their pleasure is they get out of that. It's not helping anything. It's, you know, people so often hurt the thing they think they love. I remember this was back, was it in the 80s or 90s? I don't know. I was a tow truck driver up at Marina Del Rey. And along there by the Marina City Club, they have all these marshes and stuff and everything, and all the ducks that run around Playa del Rey, Marina del Rey. They had some disease. I can't remember what it was, but it was very contagious to other birds and some animals, and they were going to die. They were going to die. There's no way around it. So game wardens were out there rounding them up, and because they're going to die, and this spreads, this disease, whatever it was that they had. And man, there were all these people out there that took some time away from hugging trees or round up all these ducks. And, oh, no, what are you doing? This horrible, you're a killer. And they were taking them home, and it was killing their pets. And it's just, if people would just think about what they're doing and do some good, that's what we need in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully we just keep fighting the fight. I'll keep fighting it like my dad told me to. Just keep on fighting. And good things will happen eventually. We saw good things happen with the sand bass thing. We saw that we, the people, actually have a voice if we show up. So, John Stanley, thank you for everything you do for our family. Your Saltwater Guide, all love you and your wife, Tina. You guys do a phenomenal job supporting us. So thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you. Family, love you.
And we will see you all on Monday. Do yourselves a favor. Bye, John. Do yourselves a favor. Turn off the news. They're all lying. This is the only place you get the truth. We will be back in a few minutes with Captain Al Clowers live down at the Coronado Islands. He's down there looking for that yellowtail. Hopefully he finds it soon. Doesn't sound like anybody's found it yet. So he's got as good a chance as all other 300 boats that are down there. So we will tune in with him to go live this afternoon. You guys all have a great day. Turn off the news. They're all lying. I'll see you Monday. We'll have a great show for you Monday at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We go live every day except Sundays. So I'll see you then. Have a great day. Turn off the news. They're all lying. Don't forget, we're selling those raffle tickets. We got 5 left. 5 people. You got a chance to go fishing with Captain Al Clowers and myself on Friday, the 14th. We've sold 5 tickets. We got 5 more to sell. If you guys got the day off and you want to spend $100 and see if you can win, we're going to draw the name out of the hat at 6 o'clock tomorrow night live. We'll go live for a few minutes here and we'll draw the name out. You guys, you'll watch me put all the names in the box. We'll shake it up. We'll have Kelly Girl pull it out. We'll see what happens. Thank you all, everybody, for watching today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Tom, thanks for jumping in there. I like that name. Got me until I looked at your picture. All right, everybody, I'll see you tomorrow, but keep an eye out.